Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Kingdom Silver here, and today I am ecstatic, ladies and gentlemen, to bring you this article. Why am I so excited about it? Because I believe in this article there is the key to interpreting what the silver price has been doing, not only recently but over the last few years. And on top of that, it's going to help us have tools to get in and out of the market, to be able to base our purchases, whether you're trading, whether you're investing or stacking, in a more efficient way. I'm so excited to bring you this content, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Please smash that like button, comment, subscribe, and especially on this video, ladies and gentlemen, get the word out about this. I think this is very critical. So the article that we're going to be covering today is Blunder. Miners are dumping every single ounce they produce. And on the surface, this doesn't sound that revolutionary, but stick with me, ladies and gentlemen. There is a key in this article that you do not want to miss. And this article comes to us from Stephen Gleason. He is the president of Money Metals Exchange. So I'm not going to be able to cover all of this article, but I'm going to cover some highlights that I think it's important for you to know. So the article starts out talking about the global supply of silver. And here it says, rising silver prices will, in theory, incentivize more production, but the costs of extraction are rising sharply. We know that there is a lot of demand out there, whether it be with solar panels, EVs, but the costs of getting the metal out of the ground are significantly rising. Now, this one paragraph here, ladies and gentlemen, right here, this is the most important thing to get out of the whole article. Now, I'm going to cover some things after this, but I want you to get this key. Metals markets analyst Steve St. Angelo estimates that in the first half of 2024, the total weighted average cost of production among the leading silver miners rose to at least $26 per ounce. More marginal, higher cost operators are facing the prospect of selling their product at a loss, even with silver fetching $30 per ounce. So put a pin in that. We're going to come back to that. But for now, just put a pin in that. The article goes on. It gives some great information on mining. And if you are a stacker, investor, or trader and haven't really gotten into the mining side, I would encourage you to read this article. Just a couple of things that I think is important for you to know and why I am bullish on silver. New mines must be developed in order to keep the market supplied with metals. That takes a lot of capital and time. S&P Global estimates that it takes an average of 20.8 years worldwide to develop a new gold mine. The time is even longer for copper, nickel, and other base metals, which often produce silver as a byproduct. So, back down here, to say that it is difficult to get a new mine up and running is an understatement. Per the Colorado School of Mines, only 1 in 750 projects makes it. And importantly, the sunk costs associated with extraordinary number of failed projects aren't included in the mining industry's estimated annual production costs. We're going to go back. Remember, I said that this paragraph here was the most critical of the whole article. And actually, we're going to switch out of this article to the gentleman that is mentioned in the article previously, and this is from the SRSrocco Report and Mr. Steve St. Angelo himself. And this is his video that he came out with saying surging silver mining costs impact price. Please check this video out, ladies and gentlemen. It is amazing. It's about 10 minutes long. I really enjoyed watching it, and I want to give Mr. St. Angelo credit. This is amazing work. So I don't want to pull too much from this. I don't want to steal his content. Please check this out. The only thing I wanted to highlight on here, and you guys watch the rest, is this chart that he had. And this is why I think it's critical. So you see here, this is 2020, and then 21, 22, 23. So at this chart here, you're seeing that as of 2023, the silver cost just to get the metals out of the ground was $22.50. I'm just going to skip in the video just a little bit to where he shows now that he's estimating in the second quarter of 2024 that cost is now $26. Why is this so important, ladies and gentlemen? Why is this a key? Well, as he's making this case, and we've seen it, that price is following and bouncing off the lows to the cost of production, and that makes sense. We know that the price of silver can only be manipulated so far, right? There's got to be a threshold. Otherwise, it just doesn't make sense. And to me, that logically has to be the cost of silver to get it out of the ground. If it's more expensive for the miners and they keep taking a loss on these mines, eventually they're going to close down and they can't stay in business, right, if they're selling at a loss. So what have we seen with the price of silver lately, ladies and gentlemen? Well, as of the recording of this video, it is right around $27.90. Now, as we know, silver can go up and down, but if we look at this chart, you can see the lows and highs, and if you put a silver price chart, it will roughly go on the same trend. We can see this back here when the silver spike happened in 81. Look at this. The silver cost skyrocketed, and we see this pattern happening through this chart. Why is this critical? Well, if we know what the minimum cost of silver is, and we can see that the price of silver hits near that low, this is an automatic buying opportunity, right? Now, having said all of that, this is not investment advice, ladies and gentlemen. Please do your own research. However, if you are trying to determine a good entry point into silver, I think that this cost gives you a good baseline to go with. On top of all this, I'm even more bullish on silver. Now, some people may look at this chart and say, well, silver's just following its cost to get it out of the ground. Really, these prices increases I'm seeing, as an investor, I'm not getting a lot out of it, right? It's just following costs or inflation. But to me, you're telling me that the increases in price are just simply cost? To me, what does that mean when silver really explodes, ladies and gentlemen? What happens then? How high could it go? Could it go $100? Could it go $500? Those are crazy numbers, and I'm not going to say, oh, silver's going to go to 100 or 500. But I think, and I feel safe in saying this, that we haven't seen anything yet with the silver market. I think personally, again, not an investment advisor, please make your own research. Just my feelings, my convictions. I think this is telling me that when silver really goes, it's going to run, and it's going to run really, really far up there. So with that, thank you so much for watching the video. In the comments, I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Does this change or make you pause? Does it make you think about what you're going to be doing with gold and silver? Does this make you change what you are going to be doing with your silver purchases? Or are you saying, hey, I'm just going to keep dollar cost averaging in? Perfect legitimate strategy as well. With that, be blessed, be a blessing to others. We'll see you later.